All right, quick question. This one's for the boys. When you're changing your tire and the pressure. Okay, now that we got the girls away.
Okay.
All right. No, seriously. What's
your favorite car part in an automobile?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I really like the steering wheel.
All right, now that we have all the girls out of the way.
Okay, for the boys. Y'all take just the glizzy out when you go to the bathroom, or you do like the glizzy in the sack?
Okay, now that we have all the girls.
No, that's my real question.
Oh, that's the question?
Yeah.
What's a glizzy?
You're asking when I change a tire?
No, that was a build up to get the girls not to listen to them.
Anything that starts with like glizz or I think of like Krispy Kreme donut glaze.
Like a Glizzy McGuire?
Never heard of that.
The peen.
Where
That's
is
it.
it referred to as that?
I thought it was going to be something so off specific. It's just the dick.
I would think I would be well versed in this, but I don't know what the fuck a glizzy
Yes,
is.
they just call it a glizzy now, I guess.
Perfect. Okay, so now repeat that question, and with that made up word you just...
Do you take just the glizzy out, or do you pull the rest of it out with it when you go to the bathroom?
Oh, I pull out everything.
Everything?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought this was going to be a unit.
Kenny's just a glizzy.
I think it's just like, it's...
Mariah's listening like...
I just want all. I think I
taking
just want all my junk out of the park. Like I don't want to like play any sneaky games. You know, like I just want everything out,
yeah.
make the business, and then put it right back. Obviously, shake it before I put it in there.
You want to bring it all to the party?
Yeah,
I got you.
I don't agree with that at all.
What a strong intro, Mariah. So what do you do when you go to the bathroom? Do you have a certified like any like WAP certified way you? You use the bathroom?
Way.
Park that Big Mac truck right in the side of the garage.
Oh, all right.
Right.
All three of you said something different.
Let's get this party started, baby. No, go ahead, Alt.
His coffee talk, baby.
That's my new favorite move. That little like side running thing. Oh, he still got it. Hold on. Give Zane a second.
Oh, that was my
new
favorite move.
All right. Sorry. I know.
That was my new favorite news.
Hey guys, welcome back. Ooh, and my credit card's out. All right. Welcome back to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. I'm Zane.
Oh my. Oh. See, that's what we get.
And that's our coffee sign that just fell.
We're trying to change the setup.
Was that like a sign?
That we should put paranormal.
We should not put out our coffee
Zane,
anymore.
it was a sign.
Zane, I'm gonna rip your fucking head.
You just missed it. It's saying drop the coffee.
Oh shit, man! There's like a million different messages that just happened
Left
right now.
and right.
Should we put it back?
No.
Nah, leave it down.
Fuck it. Okay.
And I'm Heath, your other co-host. we're joined by Mariah.
Hi.
And Kenny.
Hello.
Hi guys, Kenny is our brand new.
Oh my god!
For the
Every
next 10
single
episodes,
time.
hey guys, Kenny is new. I hope you like him. We've had a couple great episodes so far with him. Have you enjoyed being on this podcast? Is this like something
I don't enjoy when you introduce me as the new member every time.
You are a new member. What do you?
I know.
This is your like what 4th, 5th episode?
Yeah, but for
Make
the
it more
people,
natural. Make it feel like
for the people
he's at
just
home.
coming in, just you know,
for a little bit, just maybe for a couple more episodes.
all
and
right.
we'll get
It's my initiation. It's my hazing.
Speaking of Kenny says he has a story that he wanted to share with the class. And he brought this up yesterday, and I've been dying to hear it, but he wanted to tell it live on the podcast.
Oh, so you've been keeping it. This better be juicy.
I've been holding this in.
He came home the other night and he goes, something happened tonight. And I was like, what? I was like, tell me. He goes, it's going to have to wait.
Kenny, is it personal? Should we like talk about it before like we?
No, it's fine. I mean, at this point, no. I mean, lights, camera, action.
All right. Well, hey, you see,
The show must
Kenny
go
knows
on.
the shit. He knows the deal. All right.
So a few days ago, I hung out with a friend in LA, and we were just gonna grab dinner, just hang out for a quick little bit, and we were making jokes throughout the whole night because she's like, my God, I feel so bloated, like can't get these pants on. Like I was making fun of her. I'm like, it's the fat ass. It's the whatever. She was making
My
jokes.
heart's racing, by the way. Sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm like,
She was making jokes like, I feel like I'm like pregnant. Like I feel like I feel completely different. I feel weird. Like I've never felt like this before. We get back to her house and then she's like, we genuinely need to go to the like Rite Aid or the pharmacy
To get a pregnancy test.
I need a pregnancy test. Like I need to rule this out. I've been given very specific instructions of what test to get because she wants the one that says pregnant. She doesn't want there to be any guesswork. She doesn't want to look how many lines there are. It's like a math equation for her. She just wants to see.
Not the smiley face or
Yeah,
sad
right?
face. It's like, are you happy or sad that you got one?
Right. We would just want to know pregnant, not pregnant, easy, spell it out.
Every time.
Sorry about that.
Every
Time, like clockwork.
time.
So
Clockwork.
I go in, I get the test, I go over to the bathroom, and she is distraught, like in tears, on the toilet, like just freaking out. And she's panicking. I look at the test and it says pregnant. And it's definitely not anything that she planned for. She's everything. She just goes through the whole like gambit of emotions in her mind. Like, who do I tell? Who like needs to know? Who cannot know? Like, I'm currentently staying with
the entire podcast right now.
Millions of people.
Right. And this is something that I've gotten the okay to talk about. FYI to everyone watching. I'm not spreading anyone's
We're hoping
As
during
you should
in
have.
editing, you're just like, hey guys, we need to cut that whole bit. Like, what the fuck?
No, she's told me that I can talk about this. It's just, I mean, it was an emotional experience for everyone that night because the night just turned so quickly.
Right.
We were all laughing, we were joking about it, we were doing X, Y, and Z, and then everything just sort of changed. And as a result, everyone's mentality had to change. And I just, of course, knew that I had to like be there for her just as much as I could as a friend, and just. Wow. She was just trying to get all the answers that she could. And I was like, look, like there's no point in worrying about worst case scenario. Like you need to take another test. There are false positives. They exist. Like they, this is too early to be freaking out about. You don't need to make up these crazy scenarios in your mind if you don't know the answers yet. So I think that's just, yeah.
I know this is a very serious conversation right now, but imagine pregnancy sticks in the future. After you piss on
It gives you
There's
it's like
an
the screen.
app.
It's like so high tech. The screen is just somebody pops up and goes, "You're fucking pregnant, motherfucker."
There's a 15-second ad that like plays before you get your results. You're like, what the fuck?
Gosh, that's really funny.
Oh my God.
Well, that's a great start to
That
the
is a
podcast.
great way to kick off the gates to this podcast.
Woo! Be careful, ladies and gentlemen.
And gentlemen.
Please wear a condom, because if you don't wear a condom, you will die.
Which brings us to our first ad, Trojan.
Oh my God.
Trojan was my high school mascot.
It was a condom? A giant condom?
Could you imagine the pep rallies?
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, every like for football games and stuff. I wish I could remember. But all the banners were something like just with double
Sexual.
meanings. Yeah.
Really?
Little innuendos.
Yeah.
We're
was
hard
very
to beat.
It was stuff like that.
It was a very inside joke to all the students except for the staff.
Sneaky.
I like that. Paladins, was ours anything sexual about our school?
I don't think so.
Nope, nothing sexual. I
He
couldn't
did
think of
have
anything.
a one of those jousting sticks.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we need to have a little conversation with our staff.
Slow down.
Slow
We'll
down.
talk to them at our 10-year reunion, which we're gonna go to, by the way, right?
Yeah, we
have to. We
That's
were
next
talking. We
year
were talking
for
about
you
this a
guys.
week ago. We're like, should we go to our fucking high school reunion?
Yes, you have to.
But at first we're like, fuck that. No, we don't want to like see anybody. But then we really thought about it. We're like,
It's so
we
crazy because
gotta
like
go.
I feel like with today's age, it's kind of not as meaningful because we just see everybody on social media, and it's kind of like we kind of keep up with everybody. I feel like if you had no cell phone, no internet,
you don't even know
and
what
you
they
waited
look like
10
anymore.
years, that would be like really something.
That's so
It's
true.
like I know what all of our friends look like still. Like
Yeah, because we'd probably all go out, right?
yeah,
Is that
we
something
would
that'd
we'd
be
hit
funny.
downtown. We'd be on
Oh
Los
yeah,
Angeles.
okay.
Oh
now
my
now
God.
I'm all about it. Like that sounds fun to me.
Y'all said drinking. I'm in.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be fun though.
Is high school that important where they got to come up with reunions every fucking
No,
10
it's
years?
not that it's important. It's just like it's
fun.
It's tradition. Yeah. To make the reunions easier, they go on classmates.com.
Oh, I've heard
Like
of
they
that.
have Facebook, but like classmates.com is like a big thing for them. But
Why did I think that was a dating site?
Classmates.com.
Yeah, if you like your classmate, you go to
What the
classmates.com.
hell?
If you're in the same homeroom.
It would make it easier to find them, you know? You don't have to go on a dating site. Like if you're scared to go ask for their number, you just go on classmates.com. You say what class you're in, what school you
Go
to.
talk to him in person.
That's correct. This is
but
why
when
you
you're
didn't get
scared
Emily
like
Malka's
me.
number.
Oh my god, speaking of, she DM'd us.
Who?
Emily.
Oh yeah. And fucking Emily.
Emily, if you
DM'd
guys
me,
listened to
too.
the last podcast, that was the girl we both were in love with based on the title.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Why is she listening to this podcast? She has no business being
I
here.
asked I asked
no
myself that
business.
too, but then I was like, wait, we dropped her full name, so I wonder if people went to our friends and like searched it and then was like, oh my god, they're talking about
Like
you.
Emily, I didn't even put your picture on the thumbnail. I used someone else. It was a model, Carly Kloss. I don't know why I picked her. I picked her
Carly
just so
Kloss.
I had to pick her, so just so I didn't pick you because I didn't want you to fucking see it, but you did. and now it's embarrassing.
It's really awkward.
What did she say?
She
to you?
said, crying laughing at the one from today, you guys make me feel so special. I'm so sorry about our first ever phone call conversation. If I made you feel so special, why wasn't I special to you in high school?
Ooh.
They always come back around.
She answers your questions based on the podcast. She's like, well, to answer your question that you had on the podcast.
She comes in on like the voicemail, like the
Right,
fan
like a
mail.
little call in.
Yeah, we plan on doing that, by the way. It would be really fun.
We'd like to have you guys call in and answer some questions. We think that'd be.
Yeah, no, that'd be a lot of fun if you guys like called in with like any questions that you had and we just answer it.
We're just trying to figure out the best way to go about it. I'm trying to come up with a little template, a little, professional little.
Oh my
little
God,
thing we
Kenny,
can do.
get to work,
Yeah.
baby!
I
Oh
want
my
to.
God.
I want to like sell like $5 tickets for people to come like look at the set.
$5.
$5 to come
Baby,
sit.
50 cents.
It's like the friend's couch where you can go pay to like sit on the couch and take a picture. They can come take pictures. They can hang out for
It's
a
like
little
the
bit.
Central Perk.
Come-
This
come
is
on, be
not
fun.
that iconic.
Yeah, I know. we keep moving it around. That's the thing. If from the start, if we got like a studio and stayed
I bet
there,
you 5 people would pay and show up.
That's $25.
That's
baby,
$25.
that would replace
But
one of these batteries.
when you cut us all into it, baby, you ain't making shit.
40%, 40%, 10%.
No,
10%.
because you're laughing at my idea, so it's all mine.
Oh, okay.
Guys, comment down below if you'd pay $5.
Give this video a thumbs up.
I want to explain this real quick. Everybody talks about Mariah running across the camera. She's resetting all of the cameras because they stop recording at some
They
point.
know that, right?
No, people.
No.
How would they know?
They think she's just running.
I saw one that was like, damn, Mariah, sit down. She got ants in her pants. She just got to run around the set.
She knew what she was
Sorry,
doing.
last episode was so messy. We're going to try to keep it on topic like Zane was saying. But a lot of people really liked the last episode rambling and just
Yeah.
us being
so,
us.
So we're going to keep it messy. How do you guys feel about pudding? What
Oh
flavors
my
do you like?
God. Speaking of pudding.
I love pudding.
We just tried avocado chocolate pudding. Incredible.
I tried the fluffy mousse one that you had me try the other night. That was very
Yeah.
good. Okay,
I don't
guys.
fuck with mousse.
Okay, I was kidding. Let's get back to it.
I was a mascot.
Very smooth. I like that.
Oh my God.
Let them sit here. Mariah,
Opposite day. Y'all take.
We're going to confuse the fuck out of everyone.
what is
I know.
opposite day?
You do everything the opposite.
No, when is opposite day? Like
Oh,
Wednesday.
when?
Date.
Hold on,
Wednesday,
Yes.
right?
Wednesdays.
What? Every
It's a-
Wednesday?
No, it's not.
That's
Hold
what
on.
it was. in
That's
high
Hey
what
school.
Siri,
that's
when
what was
is
in school,
opposite
literally.
day?
Yeah.
It's a one day.
Opposite day is on Monday, January 25th, 2021.
There you go.
Every day's got to be something. This
that's-
is so stressful.
That's weird that you and I had the same opposite day, but we didn't.
It was
'cause-
also like Wacky Wednesday.
You guys said
Oh.
every Wednesday was opposite? That doesn't even make sense.
We only
It
had
was like in elementary school. It was like only some people knew it was every Wednesday is
Right.
opposite. It's opposite day, so like it's
Didn't-
just something like silly. Like it was stupid.
Didn't opposite day come from SpongeBob?
I don't think so, Kenny.
Really?
no.
I swear there was an episode that said opposite day, and that's when I remembered it being a thing.
No,
but
I think
that's
the
just my
SpongeBob took
personal-
it from the date from my calendar. on
Right.
Monday. The only date we had at our fucking high school was Nerd Day. Literally, that's the only day that we actually got to dress up like something else and what we had to dress up.
I
as.
loved Nerd Day.
because it was the only day we got to actually like.
They actually
do
got
some-
they
do
actually
something
got
else.
rid of Nerd Day
Why?
because it's insensitive.
I know.
To who? Nerds?
To
you know what
you.
You know what I noticed
To you.
is that on iMessage with the emojis, you know how you can type like hot or flame and it'll come up with the emoji
Yeah.
that
Right.
you're trying to come up with. If you type in nerd, it doesn't come up anymore. And I'm like, why
What's
does
it
that
supposed to
happen?
be?
I guess it's because it's insensitive. I looked up nerd, I looked up dork.
Wait,
it doesn't
what
come
do
up
you-
What? It's
anymore.
fucking insensitive.
What emoji used to come up?
The one with the glasses and the.
Oh.
Are you offended?
Wow, you're really
What
gonna
are
call
you
him a
trying to
nerd
say?
right on this
It's
podcast?
funny. No, it's funny though that he says that because I wasn't even like worried about Nerd Day because I'm like, ugh, like I honestly wouldn't change how I dress that
Of course,
much.
baby, you wore plaid every day.
I wore a solid color shirt and a matching plaid pair of shorts every single day.
We weren't friends, but I saw what you wore.
You're like, we
it's
weren't
just-
friends, and
it's
when I saw
engraved.
what you were wearing, I knew why.
Look at this. This was Senior Nerd Day.
Oh my god. How do you look older? Like
I
in
don't
old
remember
pictures?
that.
Oh my!
You just look like
God.
a totally different person.
He was
Except
a
the
totally
shorts.
different person. Like seeing that picture, like just it brought me back all of us to high school, and like he was a completely different person. He doesn't act like that.
I love
It's
the look
crazy.
you get every time you present your ID to anyone.
Yes.
You got a haircut.
I
and
still
you're like,
have-
You have the same line every time.
Yeah, I
You
still
got
have
a
my
haircut?
old ID. They just didn't update my picture, but like my hair is like down to my chest.
Florida license don't expire for like literally 20
I still have
years.
another like 6 years, I
It's
think.
crazy. Every other license expires in like 3 years.
You know how taste buds change every 7 years, I feel like that happens to just my entire body, not just my taste. Like I look completely different throughout my entire life.
Yeah.
You really do.
Like you can look at baby pictures of me and be like, that's not you. Like I just don't look like
Pull
myself.
up a picture from you, like from like 2 years ago, and you look completely different.
I know. It's
nuts.
so weird.
Oh, my! Speaking of like ID pictures, my passport picture. The time I took my passport picture because I was traveling the country, I had pink hair.
Oh shit.
And they made me put hair color pink. Like they wouldn't let me put brown. I was like, my hair color is brown. They're like, no, you have to put
What?
pink. I was like, that.
What if you said I'm dyeing it tonight?
I think it's because that's what the picture is. It made no sense to me. I was like, my hair is brown.
You gotta have natural
It's gonna be brown in 2 weeks. Just let me just put brown, please. They're like, the
What?
picture is pink. We gotta put pink.
Like what if you had like blue contacts in?
What if I had a mask? I'm trying to come up with that. What if I had a mask? What if it just makes no sense to me?
Yeah.
Like the whole the system that's above us, there's so many things that so many questions that I have. It makes no fucking sense.
I was gonna say, do you have to specify beard, no beard, sometimes beard? That doesn't make sense to me.
Kind of like the insurance. Can I talk about I have a question about my insurance.
Okay.
So
Zane has questions about everything.
Look,
Like he just doesn't.
So
Y'all
you know
wanted
how-
a Q&A? Here we go.
You know how I had an intruder like break into my
Yeah.
house, steal shit, steal my car keys, which I just got my car back. Finally, after like 6 fucking weeks, I got my car back.
Finally.
And insurance will not cover my stolen shit. Like they won't cover my keys, the cost of my keys. They won't cover the cost of me having to fix my locks. Nothing. I pay every month
For what?
home insurance, specifically for burglaries. If someone comes into my house and steals something,
Right.
I pay for it monthly. But this one, they can't pay for it because it's
Sort of weird like flaw in the.
yeah, so like whoever comes to my house and steals shit, they have to steal over $18,000 worth of things for insurance to cover it.
What?
Tell me
It's
how
all
that
a
makes
scam.
fucking sense.
It is a scam.
$18,000 fucking dollars. 18,000. You'd have to You'd have to wipe my house clear.
Yeah.
And more. You'd have to steal chunks out of my house to cover $18,000 for them to
doesn't even make
pay for it.
sense.
So if you're the criminal that broke in, just take the couch.
Take it all.
There, you see him like trying to get the stove out of the wall.
Yeah.
He's just,
Yeah,
Zane wakes up
literally.
in the middle of the night. He's like, "We're not there yet. Keep going. You run out at 18,000."
So you mean
He
to
calls
tell
him a
me
truck.
a car key and a bug zapper don't add up?
Makes no sense. So speaking, my financial advisor like handles all this. I was talking to him. I was like, why am I paying monthly for this? He's like, well, you definitely need to have home insurance because if something really bad happens, you need to get covered for
Something bad happened.
no, not
Exactly.
bad.
No,
Yeah,
so-
no,
it's
not
it's
bad enough.
Really bad. It needs
It's
to be
not really bad,
bad.
so they won't cover it.
Oh,
I'm like,
I would be
so
so
this person
mad.
can come and steal $17,000 worth of things in my house in one night,
Don't
and
cut
they
it.
won't cover it.
I don't believe in insurance. Shit's definitely a
it
scam.
sounds like such a scam.
It is
It's a hoax.
scam. How do
Someone
they make
broke
money?
into your house. You're paying for it just in case somebody breaks in and steals stuff. It's covered. It happens. No, not this time.
Then they show you the fine print, and you're like, "This is what I
You're
signed."
like, what?
Like the way my financial advisor was talking to me
stressful.
about this, it was like it made sense. Like Zane, like this is
Duh.
the way it is. I was like, just because it's the way it is doesn't mean it's the fucking right thing to do. It's like
You might as well not be paying every month and just
you're rewarding these people that like break into houses all the time. Make it make sense. It makes no fucking sense.
I was gonna say,
to
what
me.
if what if it's a recurrent burglar and they come back? and
Ooh,
over
only a
the
couple thousand at a time.
I was gonna say, but over time they steal more than $18,000.
So I should set it up where they steal
Ooh.
my car.
he just puts
Baby.
18,000 cash on the counter.
You just gotta say bump the system and then just say this got stolen.
Zane goes, I had a bowling alley here. That's now gone. I had 3 fridges. I'm down to 1.
the Ferris
no.
wheel was somewhere over here.
I
in
couldn't
the
remember.
back. Backyard.
The problem with that is I have cameras all over my house, so they want to see.
No, you don't.
They want to
Not-
see
Take that
the.
shit down before you call.
Not
Come steal the
inside.
cameras.
Did I tell you that? Did I speak about this already? The time where I tried to lie about a tree hitting my car.
Yes.
I tried to lie about it, but they were like, "Okay, well, you have a camera on the back of your car."
Right.
Send us the footage. I never responded because I
right.
backed up into
That's
my
funny.
garage.
It just says red.
But the thing is that the tree did fall on my car, but it didn't cause that mark.
Got
so I was
it.
trying to.
He's trying to get everything.
I was
taken
trying to
care
get
of.
everything out of that
He greedy.
But the tree wasn't even in the camera. The tree hit wasn't in the camera. So like, there's no proof of the tree hitting my car.
You don't gotta
this shit
play
fucking
us.
sucks. Guys, just just pay everything out of pocket, man.
might
No
as well.
insurance, just
My physical therapist is cheaper with no insurance than my dad pays with his insurance covering a portion of it.
What is that?
It doesn't
Isn't that
make
crazy?
sense.
Like when they told you your total today, I was like, it was under $100
$75 for my PT session.
with no insurance.
Mine was more than that for my knee with insurance.
Exactly.
How does that make sense?
that makes no
I
sense.
don't get it.
Crazy.
Carry the one. I need. Where's the Japanese math?
They need to do a whole documentary about like insurances and
Insurance
how they
fraud?
fucking scam
They
people because
had
it's
to have done
100%.
that.
What?
They have to have had that.
I know what we're trying to find tonight.
But what sucks is that like you need insurance because you know when the fucking big earthquake hits and your house gets crushed.
Whatever.
then you're
Just
gonna
start
need
over. If it was meant to be.
if it's meant to
That's
be,
how I look at it.
it'll be.
Guys, have you seen Twitter these past couple of days? There's a bunch of minor earthquakes happening around the fault right now.
You're like a living, breathing Twitter, so I don't check it anymore. You just come in and you're like, so
Hey,
this
you guys check
happened.
this out?
Your shirt right now is the color of Twitter.
Well, I found this out because Carly's our friend Carly is deathly afraid of earthquakes, as she should be. Mm-hmm. So she told Matt, and Matt told me, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So I checked Twitter, and like, our friends are talking about it,
Right.
And it reminded me of the earthquake that we felt a week ago. Remember that earthquake that woke us all up?
Oh my God.
Did we talk about that yet?
We haven't talked about it.
In the middle of the night, it like woke me. We thought it was a bomb. Like me and Todd like immediately started texting each other, and we're like, "What the fuck was that?" He's like, "I think
you
it was an
heard
intruder."
something.
It's weird how you wake up to sounds like you hear the second half of
Mm-hmm.
whatever you're waking up to. So like I heard the second half of this bomb sounding like sound, and I was like, "Todd, I think it was an intruder. Like we're being broken into." And he was like, "No, dude, I think it's an earthquake." So we're checking Twitter, and like everybody's talking about it, and everyone's freaking out. And then a week later, we're finding out about these minor earthquakes that are happening there. And
We woke up when it was going on, and it was just like our windows and stuff rattling and
Yeah,
shaking.
we didn't feel anything, but all the windows were going crazy, and I was like, "What the hell
apparently,
is that?" It's
Apparently,
like,
I woke up. She was like, "What's going on?" Like, and I was just like, "That's all right. Just go back to bed."
yeah.
Oddly
and
enough,
Penny
yeah,
felt it.
I felt it, and
We
we're
didn't
in
feel
the
it.
same
His bed
house.
was shaking. Yeah.
That's what's odd is that
weird.
but like you said, it's kind of like how Zane described it though. He woke up for the second half of it. I guess that's what happened with all of us because
Mm-hmm.
I woke up to it too, but then my bed was shaking and tremoring.
That's crazy.
It's also crazy that I felt comfortable enough to just like go back to sleep.
I'll deal with this in the morning.
It's weird that like we live in California and we know that it's such a common thing for earthquakes to happen. But when it's happening, you don't think earthquake.
Yeah.
Like you're like, is somebody breaking in? Like what? I
Because it
literally
is
woke up.
such a strange feeling.
Yeah, like you don't think about it.
Yeah.
And like they've been happening like overnight. That's the thing. They're never like during the day.
I was actually scared that the big one was about to come.
That your
I
house was
up
gonna
in
fall over the
alert.
hill?
I was up in alert all night. And it's crazy that we know this earthquake is going to happen at some point, and we're just like, you know, we're just going to live our life in the city until it fucking happens, and then we're going to wish we weren't here.
We're on
Like,
borrowed
it's
Isn't
so
it like
fucking scary.
130 years overdue or something?
Yeah,
It's a
I
long
feel like
time
everybody's
overdue.
been talking about it. It's coming. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, this is the year.
This little clip right now is not going to age well.
Well, yeah. Speaking of like, because in one of the podcasts, I was like, we just need something crazy to happen, like shake the world up. Like we need.
God.
And we woke up in quarantine.
So many people were bringing that shit up.
Yeah.
Like,
And
so
it-
many people posted that footage of us talking about
I
it.
am the mind freak.
This was like in January, February too. It was
Right
right,
before.
before. It was 2 weeks before this shit all went
Entire
down.
world shuts down.
But that's the thing
Crazy.
about earthquakes is that you don't know when they're gonna stop. That's what's kind of freaky. Is that like I mean hurricanes, which we all know well. You can still get hit with some hurt. You can still get
we
hit
we
with.
get it bad. That's why I always wondered, like, how is Florida? When I talk to people from Florida, they're like, oh, another hurricane. But we like prepare. We tie everything down,
Yeah.
like
'Cause you
we
know
get
it's
flooded.
coming. It's
I feel
you
like we
see-
prepare for
Nah.
anything above a
Crazy.
category 3, maybe.
Them shits are fun.
That's
like it's
my
just-
house floods every time there's a hurricane.
Everybody just has hurricane parties.
It's fun
Like
because
you go out in the eye, like once it's passing over.
oh,
everybody
you
just-
come out.
Did you
all
ever?
come out of our house when we hit the eye?
My area that I lived in wasn't properly drained. Like the storm drains were a little lackluster, so it would kind of flood, but not like flood our house. The streets would just kind of flood. And I remember during the eye of a storm, it was a Category 4, I think, maybe Wilma. We look out the window, me and my mom, we see our neighbors in a canoe, just canoeing
That's
down
so
the
cool.
side of the road, like going.
As they should.
That is very Florida.
Very Florida.
What's crazy is that when a big hurricane hits Florida, everybody outside of Florida all freaks out like, oh my God, Florida's about to get hit. We need to pray, blah, blah, blah. But everybody in Florida is fine.
Chilling, yeah.
So
It's fine.
We getting off work. We getting out of
No
school.
It's a fucking vacation for us. It sucks that our streets are fucking, destroyed and we have to fix
Right.
shit. But like for some reason, everybody kind of we just know what to do.
They can be very disastrous though.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Once outside of Florida, is really bad. Like in Louisiana, I feel like places are right by in that like nook of
Well,
the United
especially
States
because the Gulf
get
of
hit.
Mexico is just warmer. So anytime that anything gets to the Gulf of Mexico and it gets warmer water, it
Starts brewing.
It gets stronger. Yeah. So theirs are always. I feel like theirs are always maybe a little bit more scary. But ours are scary. I mean, we've been through some bad ones. I mean, even Wilma, Category 4. I remember like standing on a little chair to look over the little eye hole in the front door, and I would see my neighbors across the street, their shingles just flying off,
Whoa.
branches just coming down. Like you see telephone wires just shaking, like tremoring. Like it's kind of scary as a kid, but then you grow up and realize that everyone's just kind of like, another one? Okay.
After the hurricane would happen, people would be out and like they'd be ripping tiles off their roof trying to get a new roof, their insurance. Like they'd be like fucking their shit up, trying to like.
Dude, hurricane insurances are probably fucked out there. They're probably like, we need it. They probably all have to like
Right.
just close their business because it's like so many people. They're clearing them out
Could you
because so
imagine
many
if
houses.
we named earthquakes like we name our we name our hurricanes? Every
Yeah.
single
Yeah,
hurricane
isn't
we
Boy,
name.
girl,
In
boy,
alphabetical
girl,
order,
alphabetical.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
is it alphabetical order?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And
They're
what-
on I.
And when you said I didn't know this actually, but you said that every other year or something, it's like boy girl and then it's girl boy or something like that.
No,
How
it
does
just
that work?
always flips, I believe.
I
it's
wonder
just
why
always
that is,
alternating.
because you're right. Like, why is that the only natural disaster that like has a name?
Oh, right. But you were saying like, so if A started for Anna, went through, and then the next one would be Adam for the next
Right,
year. And
but
like,
I guess maybe yeah.
They should name tornadoes like Tornado Tina.
Yeah, that. Ooh.
Catchy.
Tornado
That's
Timmy.
Tornado Bad Baby.
Tornado Takashi 69.
Ooh, very good.
Tornado Tortilla.
Ah! My little brother and sister were born during Hurricane Wilma. Like it was over us when
Really?
they were born.
Wait,
Yeah.
like born or conceived?
Born.
Oh, good
They were
question.
born. when
Oh.
Were they in the hospital or they had a home birth?
they were in the hospital and like the hurricane was happening, and then after they came back and we had no electricity, which
Oh
is
my
like really scary
gosh.
because the kids need boiled. Like the formula that they have to drink like when they're brand new born babies.
I'm like, sure.
When
You know,
they're
they-
brand new babies.
They need boiled milk. you know what I'm talking about, right?
He needs some boiled milk.
All I know is that it was scary because like we had no electricity and we needed to boil water
To heat the milk up.
to heat the milk up. Exactly. So
Do you know what the last one was called?
The
last
one that just
hurricane.
hit Florida.
I know what it is, but I'm not going to
Hurricane
pronounce
Stassi baby.
it. It was an I.
Close.
It was an I.
Hurricane
Wait,
Aerodactyl.
write it on the screen real quick.
I was
so-
gonna
Iridosa
Iridosis.
Iridocyclitis.
It said pterodactyl colitis.
Okay, right there. You see the name of it?
Hurricane
Isosceles triangle.
Hurricane Isesos.
He was so close.
He was actually pretty close. He
Yeah,
was
you
closer
were
than any of us.
close.
We all looked at that. We were like, that's Isaiah.
I thought it was Isaiah.
Is it not?
Isaias.
What is it then?
Isaias.
Okay.
I can see that.
Different.
I mean,
Okay.
it's because I just said Hurricane Isabel, so I guess like in my head or in my eyes is like, oh, Isaias, yeah, because I just said Isabel.
We're like losing creativity with coming up with
We've
these
just
names.
ran through
We've
every name.
All of that. What
There's a
happens?
Isaias listening to this right now, just like,
There's no Hurricane Zane or Hurricane Mariah.
There's a song called "They Call the Wind Mariah."
Are tornadoes as scary as movies
they're-
make them to be?
I think they're scarier.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
They're worse than what
Tornadoes
movies
are
make.
really bad.
I think I saw a world record.
They just rip through the town.
I don't know how they figured this out, but a guy holds the world record in Guinness for the longest distance thrown by a tornado.
That's
Hold on,
terrible.
what? Hey, and he's still alive.
How do they even know that?
Like 1,000 feet, I think it was. Can you look
How
that
is
up
he
and
still-
just double check
God.
it?
Wait, how do
How
they
is he
know that?
I don't know.
Like Guinness has to be there to like to like give you the.
Would you guys ever want to chase tornadoes?
Absolutely
I've always
not.
wanted to.
That
always
would
wanted
terrify
to. Like
me.
watching a Twister.
Yes, Twister.
I've always wanted to.
Oh my god, it's
That
an
was
actual-
scary. You'd want to do what they did.
1,300 feet.
Matt Suter of Fordland, Missouri holds the record for the longest known distance traveled by anyone picked up by a tornado
Okay.
and survive. Oh, but somebody might have been thrown further. They just died.
Oh.
Okay, this has to be inaccurate though, because there's no footage of this.
Nope,
There's
Guinness.
no proof of this.
Guinness.
There's no
Guinness.
It
But
says-
Guinness wasn't there. How were they there
It
for
says
this?
on the date, March 12th, 2006, it says according to National Weather Service measurements.
Ooh.
How's the Weather Service measuring?
What, the tornado has like, what did they send those balls like they did in Twister, the movie? And then they
Oh
were
my
able to just
gosh.
capture any movement in a tornado.
Oh, I love that
I'm
movie.
terrified of tornadoes because of the ride. Do you guys remember the ride Twister?
No,
do.
but I heard they shut it down. I don't know
Yeah.
why though.
Where is that at?
I think it was Universal.
They shut it down because I think it was too scary.
A child probably fell or something. It's
Yeah.
always something like that. Yeah.
I remember that.
Well,
Yeah,
is
the
this
flickering.
like a whole
Oh
set?
my gosh, that looks so
Yeah.
real.
It looks like it's genuinely in the distance.
I see what they're trying to do. They could make this a lot cooler.
That's
Actually.
what everybody cow.
the fucking cow.
I was getting confused with King Kong because King Kong, your like cart starts.
Oh
like,
my
getting, like-
gosh. Oh wait. We had a King Kong ride on Staten Island. So when we would have birthday parties, we would rent rides to come like down the street, and one was King Kong, but it was like the pirate ships that just like swing like this.
Good ride.
But ours was called King Kong, and we would have it come down the street, and we would all go on the King Kong, and then it would just drive away.
Didn't you
Is
work?
that even legal?
Wait, didn't you work at a theme park for a while? That was your first job.
Who? Me?
Oh, this whole thing?
Me?
Hey, me.
Yes, I was. I was the mascot of an amusement park.
Ooh.
So
Got it.
it was in Pennsylvania. It's called Dorney Park.
God, I get such a
So-
boner for these parks.
Zane.
I'm sorry. It's like my favorite fucking thing to do.
I know. I'm like addicted
we
to
haven't
theme
been-
parks.
In a
Okay.
year.
Oh my gosh. That
A year.
could literally be me.
Is this you?
Wait,
Okay,
hold on.
So I was these two characters. I was Lucy and Snoopy.
Wait,
From
that's
Snoopy.
That's a mascot of Dorney Park.
The
is-
mascot of Dorney Park is Snoopy, but it's
That doesn't even make sense.
I know,
So-
but I love it.
so I was Snoopy, Lucy, and Linus. There-
All three at the same time. How did you separate your body to?
when I did meet and greets, I would be
She's been
She
doing it.
really had to fucking say it like that.
I would be Snoopy, and then we had to learn choreography for shows like on a stage.
Way something.
Yeah.
I wonder what we were doing while she was doing that. Probably fishing and drinking Smirnoff Platinums. I mean,
But like, definitely
Wow.
not working. How did you end up leaving this job? Like, how
The
long did you
season
work?
ended.
Oh,
Oh yeah, because like since in Pennsylvania, like they're not open like all year round. I don't know if like Florida's.
no, we stay open.
Yeah, like California and Florida obviously stay open, but we're closed for. We're only open for like 3 months out of the year, like summer.
oh my god.
Yeah, so it's like July, August, September, or June,
It
July,
makes
August.
sense because it's not like a tourist. Like,
That does
and
not
it's
seem
no,
like
because
a
it
lucrative
snows.
business.
Zane, because it snows.
oh shit, I forgot.
I forgot about snow.
I forgot people have to deal with snow in the
Yeah.
U.S.
That's good though. You left on good terms.
Because Florida,
I
you're
hope so.
So.
I also used to work the games, like the ring toss and stuff like that. My one friend also worked at the games, and he got fired because they would give us free vouchers like for ourselves, and he was going around school and like selling them to like reselling them to people.
We love an entrepreneur.
yeah, that's a
Side
fucking hustle
hustle.
right there.
And somebody ratted him out, and he got fired right away. And he was like, "Okay."
I
Well, there
just
goes that.
I can't really say much because I just recently left a job on not so great terms.
You wrote a very professional.
tea.
yeah, that
lovely
was really
email.
good. That was a very well written.
You just have a way with words.
I know how to write professional emails even when I'm not being totally professional.
Kenny's first apology in this industry.
Yeah, I worked at a luxury.
I don't know if you
retail
guys
spot.
heard of it.
I don't know if you guys heard of it. It rhymes with
Hoochie.
hoochie. Yeah, I just recently left on not so great terms. I
So he got offered a better opportunity.
You can drink on the job. You can do whatever you want on the job. Pretty much.
never stopped me from drinking on the job before. I liked that job for the time being. It served a purpose, but yeah, I'm just so not used to leaving a job on bad terms. I'm normally very professional. I know that you know, I'm going to have to use this job as a reference and I'm going to have to do this X, Y, and Z.
We in COVID-19 right now, baby.
Yeah.
You're good.
And baby, I capitalized on that fact too.
And you've always worked at like high-end retail stores, correct?
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, in my adult life, yeah, I've pretty much only worked for high-end spots. So, so
He bougie.
I didn't want to have to go out on the note that I did, but I sort of had to.
It was like a B flat.
Yeah, but you sent them a letter, like a really nice letter, saying that you're quitting, blah blah blah. What happened after?
It didn't go the way that I wanted to. I wanted to, like, you know, give it 2 weeks and, you know, thank them for the opportunity and all that stuff. And it just kind of, it was to the point where I was like, look, I'm trying not to say anything incriminating, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Keep that in.
It got to the point where I was trying to
Trying to get yourself fired.
getting myself fired would have been great because, you know, I could have the prospect of unemployment if that needed to happen. I was also trying to see where their head was at because I knew that they were kind of paying me to work remotely for a long time. So they sent me my phone, like...
Oh.
They sent me my phone, and I was just kind of playing it by ear when they wanted to reopen again.
So you were stealing company dollars.
I was getting what I deserved.
Unbelievable.
Ball was in their court. They kind of switched it up a few times, and I was just wondering what the best case scenario would be to get the most money. Once
Baby, clear them out. It's Gucci, baby. Clear their ass
It's
out.
all Gucci.
it's all rhyming with hoochie. Yeah, it was just not the best way to go out. I wanted to give it 2 weeks and all that stuff, and it just didn't happen that way. So I had to basically craft a very eloquently worded email saying, "Thank you so much for the employment. My termination will be effective immediately."
As of yesterday.
Oh, that was a little aggressive.
He goes,
I feel like the last thing that I wanted to do before I left this job was use my company discount and get the pair of shoes that I'm currently wearing.
you're
That's
wearing that?
right.
The discounts you get are unbelievable.
They're
when you work there.
very fair.
Is this in frame?
Oh,
Now
I
they
love
know the
those
brand.
Gucci shoes.
Yeah, I feel like I just wanted to get that last little use of the discount in because that was my benefit and that was my right.
It was,
That was your
right.
God-given
You were a good
right while
worker.
working there.
I was. That's why I don't feel bad is that I knew I was like really decent the whole time I worked
Yeah.
there.
I have a question, and I feel like you probably can't talk about this, but we really want to know, or I really
Remember,
wanna
you
know.
don't work there anymore.
Yeah, you don't work there anymore, so you can't get in trouble because you're already gone. You're fired. But
Fired.
You probably have dealt with like some, rich
People?
assholes or
A-list.
celebrities or something. So you want to give us any stories on any celebrities or any well-known?
He had a hard time saying the name of the store. You think he's going to name?
I know, but maybe
I feel like I didn't have any bad, like terrible relations with people that other people would have known. I had good experiences with some people. Kelly Osbourne was really sweet.
Oh,
really
I
cool.
expect her to be nice.
Yeah. When she came into shop, she was she seemed totally chill in the beginning, and then she seemed like a little bit rushed. And I'm like, "Oh, is everything cool? Like, are you okay? Whatever." She's like, "Yeah, my fucking mother is just blowing my phone up right now." And then she plays this voice memo, and it's like, "You need to get to the jet. What are you doing?" And like, it was just very
What
weird
the
and dramatic.
That's
Yeah, it
so
was
that's
very-
That sounds like
funny.
it's like scripted, like it was
Yeah.
written.
yeah. Like
My-
she was very sweet up until that point.
My friend had an interview to be the family's assistant, and he said they were the same way. Like, he was like, it's crazy. It's like watching like them on the show. Like what was the show?
the Osbournes.
The Osbourne
Wasn't it
family.
just-
Keeping up with the
Wasn't
Osbournes, I think.
That's
Oh my
Keeping
God.
Up with the Osbournes. I have to look that up now.
That's so crazy that they're just like that. Like,
Yeah.
just like manic.
But initially like very
Like nice.
very nice, very
Yeah.
like regular people, whatever. And then it just got a little stressful at the end when she just needed her stuff.
I mean,
like,
when you got to get to your private jet, you got to get to your private jet.
the Osbournes.
Osbournes.
Yeah, there we
Makes
go.
sense.
Fuck.
There it
Good thing
is.
we double checked that.
Whew, sweet.
Keeping up with the Osbournes.
But she was really sweet. I feel like we dealt with like a lot of like just people that were like a little shady.
Shady in what way? Like, how do you be shady when you're buying Gucci?
I don't know. They just came in very like incognito and very like they looked like they had a secret, and then they paid with all cash, and then it was just an odd interaction every time. I just remember there was one guy that came in and he was really in a hurry. And I don't know why people are coming into Gucci in a hurry. Like, what do you need so quickly?
Right.
Yeah, that is strange.
Like he wanted a jacket, And I got his size. I found his profile. I looked up the size that he bought in a similar jacket before. We nailed down the size. Very quick interaction, whatever. And then we were at the end of the transaction. And in these types of jobs, we're not a position that's like tipped. Like we're paid fairly.
Yeah.
So we don't accept tips, anything like that. It was just this moment where he, at the end of the transaction, shook my hand. He goes, "Sorry for stressing you out, brother. Like, thanks for the help." Shakes my hand, and I feel a piece of paper in my hand. And I instinctively just keep eye contact, nod, just be like, "Of course." Put the paper in my pocket and say, if you ever need anything, like, here's my card. I take my card out of my pocket that I put the paper in.
The money falls out.
Yeah. And so I checked it after he left, and it was $100 bill.
Whoa.
Oh,
What?
I thought it was gonna be some special note that he wrote, like
You're hot. Do you like me? Yes or
or no,
no?
just something. I thought it was gonna get real juicy. But $100, that's fucking good.
$100 tip. So
Was this after he was being sketchy?
Yes.
Okay, so
he said, "Keep your mouth shut."
yeah, basically. keep
You
your mouth
never,
shut.
you didn't see me here.
Yeah,
That's
I was
crazy.
over here.
Covering his tracks.
I feel like I'm thinking of the people that go in there and they buy this shit and they're like really shady and they're probably not trying to like be very suspicious. I'm trying to think like they're probably buying shit to wear for very sketchy things, like underground sketchy things. I
Or
don't know.
they're-
I'm like trying to think of like
Or you get some like money on the low from something and you just got to spend it real quick.
These people, I remember they came in on the day before Christmas.
Christmas
It was either
Eve?
the day before. That's correct. Christmas Eve. There we go. It was Christmas Eve or it was the day after Christmas. They come in and it's a bunch of like, I swear they must have been, not one of them was older than 16. And they came in with like
Kids.
Louis Vuitton bags on bags on bags on bags on bags. And it just didn't really make sense. They came in right before we closed. They were pretty much the only people that were currently shopping. Everyone else had kind of left. And I was the one that was helping them. And in my mind, this is how the mind of somebody that works in that industry works, I guess. I was excited about the prospect of selling a lot because I saw that they had bags. But then at the end of the day, I was like, y'all are like 16.
How?
Like at max. How? Like, what is this? Are you guys pulling my leg? Are these a bunch of empty LV bags? I didn't get it.
did they look very confident? Were they like, oh, we know exactly what we're doing?
They looked very,
Did they look like daddy's money?
no, daddy's money. 16? Oh, you mean like an
Yeah.
actual father? I'm like, that was a different meaning to me.
What
Sugar
other
daddy.
way-
He was thinking sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy.
Yeah. They all seemed very like, they were not like prissy teenagers or anything like that. They were very like rough around the edges and they were nice and cool and whatever, but they were just like, oh, okay, you don't have that in a large. Like, I feel like large would be better, but like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'll just take the extra large. And then I also wanted shoes and like, this
Interesting.
bag is really cool. Can you tell me about this bag? And I was like, what's happening? And then fast forward to the end of the transaction, they spent 21 grand.
What?
If I was in your shoes, I feel like I would call somebody before making this transaction.
But baby, when you're making commission,
I know.
But when you sell like
hard
21
goes.
I know.
grand.
But
You
no,
don't
I'm just
ask
saying,
Do
questions.
you, when they pay with the card, do you check for ID or anything?
We do. Yeah, I checked for ID.
And
I,
they
like,
match the card, the
it did.
names?
Yeah, hold on. How old were they? Because you got their ID.
There was a ringleader, and she was probably at least 16. And
Oh my gosh.
maybe she was older, but she didn't look like it. She didn't really. None of them acted like they were older or anything like that. They
Weird.
seemed like kids. I
They're
guess
just
kids with a lot of money.
YouTubers.
I don't know. But the thing is I remember she gave me her
clears.
ID. She gave me her card. The names matched, but before that, I asked, "Oh, and what's the name for the profile?" And she gave me a different name.
Oh, she might be somebody like a daughter of somebody really famous.
I don't know. I honestly wish that
And you don't remember the name.
I don't remember the real name. I remember the fake name that she gave me.
Ooh.
What was the fake name?
Google it.
Oh, come on.
No,
They-
I
they-
did
they
Google
can't-
it. That's the thing.
Oh, you did.
I Googled it right after she
Is this
left.
like when people check into a hotel and they have to go under an
alias?
alias?
Oh,
She
it's an
basically
alias name.
She basically gave me the name of a porn star.
Jenna Jameson.
No,
So do you think this is like the porn star's little sister or like
I don't
relative?
know. But then she literally came in probably, I would say, close to a year later. And I recognized her when she came in the store. And I go, I think you shopped with me before. And she goes, yeah, man, I think I did. She came in just her and another friend. Again, seeming like she brought this guy friend that was just young and just whatever. And
What?
she buys another 18 grand that day.
What in the world?
Holy
There's this whole
moly.
this world that we just don't
Yeah.
I don't
fucking
get
see.
it.
What is going on? What is going on?
What
I don't know.
is going
what do you
on?
Think, like, but this is the same. Is this connected to the 16-year-old girls that you were taking?
It
care
was
of?
the same group.
That seems sketchy to me. That whole situation. It seems like it needs to be looked into.
I mean, if they came into money, I mean, it makes sense. What 90% of people who win the lottery go bankrupt.
I know, but wouldn't you think they would be there with their parent in the store if they're making an $18,000 purchase at Gucci?
When David and I went to his hometown to buy those 3 cars for his friends.
Yeah.
And
This was for his 420th video.
right.
Got it. A big surprise his 3 best friends with.
So we go to Mercedes and we're walking around, and obviously we're younger than the average demographic that is going into Mercedes and buying cars, and nobody's giving us the time of day. Like, they're just like, piss off. We're like, can we find this type of car? And they're like, yeah, it's out in the lot somewhere. We're like, you can't like take us out. It's out there. We're busy. So we're like, what the fuck? Like, it was like, I don't know. I guess they were profiling.
Like, there's
us
someone
for
that's
whatever.
about to make three
they-
car purchase.
Right, they didn't
Little
know
do
that.
they
So
know.
we started
Little
getting
do they
annoyed. So it's the
Yeah.
same, like, I guess if you have little kids walking in and you're like, oh, you're in Gucci, you guys are probably just being little shits. But, like, you don't know who's who, what's what.
Right.
So we kind of, like, started getting mad. So the guy finally got somebody's attention, and we're like, how much for this one? He's like, this price. And then we're like, could we do this? And he's like, no, like, it's whatever. I was like, could you do that price if we bought 3 of them? He goes, if you buy 3 of them, I'll give them for this price. We're like, cool, wrap it up. We'll do it right now. And he was just like,
Oh my god.
just made him feel so stupid.
It's true. I mean, I won't even lie. There have been times when the thing is, I mean, it's human nature. Like, even working in this field for so long, there is a certain type of clientele that you just grow to expect.
It's
And-
a pattern.
Right. And it's nothing to do with, half the time it's nothing to do with like how they look or how they whatever. But when someone carries themselves in a certain way, you just feel like, are you in the right place? Are you just messing with me? Or is this a
Didn't you say like
bit?
kids would
Sure.
come in all the time, like Gucci gang, and you're like,
Yes.
okay, they're not gonna buy
Yeah,
anything.
That's another weird thing. Like,
Me,
seeing
you,
little
and,
kids
me, you and
walking
Todd
by.
2 years ago.
I would never walk in a store. Like, I still to this day, like, I work for these types of brands, and like, I still don't feel comfortable going into a place like that unless I'm looking to buy something.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Oh, yeah.
But kids nowadays, they're like, they go in and they want to see stuff that's in like the rap videos, and they're like, oh my God, have you helped any celebrities? And I'm like, yes, I have. And they're like, who? And I go, that's confidential information. Now it's not, but clearly now it's not.
Air it out, baby. Air it out.
Yeah, but that's what these little kids come in and they ask and they go, can I see that? And can I whatever? And it's annoying. Like, it's
Yeah.
annoying to have to deal with these little kids that you know aren't going to buy anything. But at the same time, like, we all had to help those types of kids. If they're sweet, if they're kind, if they're
But
polite.
you know what? One day, they're going to be going in there and spending their first paycheck because that's all they want.
I know.
We need to get to the bottom of that story.
Lots
by the
of
way.
unanswered
But,
questions. I have a juicy segment for you guys if you guys are
Okay.
down. I got a lovely email from Kate from Atlanta.
Hey, Kate from
Hey,
Atlanta.
Kate.
Kate, Atlanta.
And she was wondering if you guys were aware how much fan fiction was out there about you guys.
We're very well aware. I've seen a lot.
Are you?
I've seen a lot.
He just reads it before bed. He's just like, tell me about what I'm
It
long-
doing.
seemed like,
like-
2 different answers.
Like no, like years ago, I like people would always like send it to like I've seen like
so
quite
interesting.
a few.
I
Yeah.
used to see a bunch on Tumblr about like One Direction.
One
Yeah.
Direct. That's
Tumblr
what I would
was
see too.
huge
Yeah.
with fan fiction.
And they would have little photo sets of the outfits. Like, this is the outfit you wear when you meet Louis. Like, for the first time. It
Wait,
would be
so
like,
is fan fiction like always like sexual, or is
No.
it?
not necessarily.
no,
Doesn't have to be.
just like fictional stories about somebody that you love.
Yeah, the ones people share are always
Oh, okay,
sexual
okay.
because those are
Yeah.
the like interesting
Gotcha,
ones.
gotcha.
But
However, the ones that I have prepared may or may not be sexual. We will find that out together.
You
I
have
want
you have some about
guys-
us.
Yeah. I did some research and I found some fan fiction regarding you guys. I
Okay.
would like you to read it for the audience. A little story time.
okay.
It doesn't have to
Where's
be
our
like-
scripts? Should we do a read?
Line.
I have ones for both of you. If you guys feel uncomfortable at any moment, you can stop. But I'm just saying.
Oh, it's like that.
I'm just saying.
Whoever gets the furthest into their story wins.
Yeah.
First one to have a wop.
Kenny's like, I'm out.
I'm gonna give a little backstory to the story that Heath is gonna read for us.
Okay.
So Heath's gonna go first.
He
So
stepped off of his horse.
Right.
I'm ready.
Just a little backstory for you guys. Heath and Louise have been together for a year and 5 months now. Louise is content with how the relationship has been going, but when a rowdy YouTuber shows up at David Dobrik's house party and tries to shake things up between them, how will Heath react?
Oh, okay.
find out.
Let's see what I do.
I'd do what I'd do.
From the
So
top.
I
huh?
don't have to read anything.
Here we
From
go.
the
Here we go.
top.
This is my story to tell.
I'm like, what's it?
Stop peeking. All right. Baby! I heard Heath yell from the other room. Yeah, I answered. Do you know where my boots are? He asked. Cowboy ones? I asked him. Babe, you know those are not cowboy boots. He steps closer to me with a smile on his face. Oh, dear Lord, how much I love that smile. They definitely are. Look at the closet. I said. I already looked, and they are not there. He whined and sat on the couch. Heath, Zane yelled. Put different shoes on. We have to get going. I always got confused because he called us both, me and Zane, babies, and I didn't know if he was talking to me. Baby, we have to go, Zane told me and hugged me from the back. Heath placed a
Oh,
kiss.
Mariah's getting pissed. Look at Mariah's face.
She's like, hold on. Heath placed a kiss on his hand, and I have to admit, I was a bit jealous.
Oh.
I stepped out of the closet.
He's tripping over.
I'm
his
getting nervous. My
words.
cheeks are red. I stepped out of the closet holding his shoes. You know you're dumb, right? I asked him, throwing his boots. Babe,
He flashes. Hold on.
babe, that's why I fucking love you, he said, kissing me. Okay, lovebirds, let's get going. We can't miss the party, Zane said, and we got going. It was just a regular party, nothing special, only our squad, David's cast members, if you will.
Kenny wrote this. Kenny just sat there last night, just took an Adderall, just like.
Now, basically, all the popular YouTubers were there. Also, Jake Paul. He had a thing with him.
Ooh,
He's
Jake
not one of the
Paul's
popular
here.
The shade.
YouTubers.
Yes.
He had a thing with me. Everybody knew, and he wasn't afraid to show it. I wasn't interested at all. I have Heath, for fuck's sake. Woo!
Oh.
This is what we
She ain't
do.
worried.
I'm trying to. So is he reading it from his point of view?
She's reading it from the girl's point of view.
from the girl's point
Louise.
of view. Okay.
Louise.
Hey,
Louise.
gorgeous.
I thought Louise was me. That's why I was like confused. by
Wishful
it.
thinking.
Yeah, you wish.
Whoa. Okay. I just peeked down a little bit lower. Let me just skip to where it's juicy. He put me down on the floor. I walked in right and pushed against the door, and his lips locked on mine. He was kissing me eagerly with passion. He cupped my face with his hand, pulling me closer to him. I felt a burning sensation in my lungs. No, baby, that's the cigarettes.
Oh my god.
Bubba, sorry. Somebody is writing this about me.
Yeah. Oh.
It says, he pulled his glizzy out.
No.
Oh my God. There was a moment of silence. We both trying to catch our breath. Never, and I mean never, talk about Jake again or I'll fucking kill him. And that's how it ends.
Territorial.
Wow.
It's like a hobby these people have.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
I mean, I thought the cowboy boots thing was kind of funny because it's just like what the general audience thinks of you and like what your life would be like behind closed doors,
Me just
kind of thing.
can't find my cowboy boots.
Yeah, that's your daily struggle. Can't find the boots.
Which is so untrue because your cowboy boots would be right there.
Right.
there next
I know
to the front
exactly
door.
where they
Yeah. It's like
Don't fucking think about me like that.
But
they must not know you well.
I'm
enough.
not forgetful.
there were some for you too that I found that were pretty. I feel like they were accurate with how
I
you
think we can
act.
skip that.
Yeah, I mean, comment down below if you guys want Zane to read some uncomfortable shit in a future episode. Let us
Yeah,
know.
we'll leave the links to those below.
Sorry, Bubba.
It's right.
That did not make her feel good.
Nobody enjoyed it.
I didn't like it.
Except for Kenny. Kenny enjoyed that.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Speaking of Jake Paul in this fantasy world, did you guys see or hear anything about what just happened?
Yeah, dude, that was fucking the raid. The FBI raided his house.
Oh right, yes.
That's crazy. So does the FBI raid anybody's houses if they're suspected to have like large guns? Because he obviously had large guns in his house.
So
But, like, what's
supposedly it wasn't because of that. They just happened to be found.
right.
So what was the reason
Nobody
there?
knows what the reason was.
Still to this day, nobody knows why the
There's
FBI was
There's
there.
speculation.
accusations,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's speculation that they saw him in some sort of protest or something that was like riot related in a
Right.
video, and someone identified him as taking part in the bad things that were going on. And so I think that's where the investigation stemmed from, to make sure that he was not actually involved in those things. But there were also things that were made public. Like there was a video that was posted on his channel that openly displayed guns on his wall. So I don't know if the people were also tipped off about that.
Right.
Did they suspect him to riot against the police or something with all these guns? Like what? Like was that?
No, I mean I think they just knew that he had them. So like if somebody was accusing someone of looting and rioting and they were identified in a video, this is so and so, he's a big YouTuber, you should go check him out. If he was suspected of doing those things, they would have to respond, and if they knew who he is and if his address is well known or whatever, they're gonna investigate it.
Interesting.
And if somebody gives them a tip that says, also FYI, I just watched his last video, he has guns in his house, they
enough.
have to take extra precautions.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to be aware of that, and they have to confiscate those, weapons and all that stuff. So I think that's what happened.
There was like drone shots of like the guns like laying against like the jacuzzi and shit. Did you see that? I don't know if it was staged or not, but
He said that he denies any partaking in looting or rioting or anything like that. He said that he was peacefully protesting at the time, and that everything was just kind of, I guess, blown out of proportion. But of course the headlines are going to say, threat to society, Jake Paul has many guns in his house that are now confiscated. It's just like, I think before people knew more about it, that was just all they were seeing drone shots of like guns being extracted from his house, and everyone just kind of
You can have guns as long as they're legally owned firearms. Like just because you have a bunch of guns doesn't mean they can take them.
Right.
I mean, that's absolutely stupid to have guns just sitting on the wall like that.
And those aren't like fake guns. Those are real guns that were hung on the wall.
Yeah. I mean, if they're
how do you not have a
and,
safe?
Well, that's another thing. Like in California, you have to have them locked up.
Yeah.
You can't just have a gun out.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like in those pictures, can you tell they're real guns, or the FBI has to just assume they're real?
I mean,
You can easily buy a prop gun and just hang it up there.
looks real to me.
It says he can still get them back.
Look how they rolled up.
That AR doesn't have a fin grip, which is illegal, and it looks like it has quite a few accessories, and that's not California legal.
Heath was going to be a cop, guys.
Well, there you go. From the man himself.
The cop that never was. Heath Hussar.
Stop.
Any
All
publicity?
right.
We went off a little off topic.
We did all right.
topic
We did all right.
again.
I think we hit
did
most
it
of
again.
them.
I like episodes like this because they go by so quick.
Yeah.
Like it feels like we just started.
This conversation today and last episode, it felt like we were in our living room, which I feel like we
Lots of
haven't had in a long
tangents.
time. Yeah, exactly.
I love math.
We're going to wrap this podcast up, guys. Thank you again for tuning in to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. We post the audio of this podcast every Monday on Spotify, on Google Podcasts,
True.
whatever, all that. And we post a video form on youtube.com/Zane and Heath every Tuesday, the day after. Make sure to get our merch.
Guys, it's going to be linked in the description below. And then also we have the gaming starting up soon. We got the setup, and get ready for that.
Yeah, we're really excited about that. We just got all of our shit and our computer, our carpet, all that stuff. We're gonna set it up, or I think we might film it. We don't know yet, but it's gonna be really exciting, and we can't wait to start that.
All right, guys. And as always, thank you again so much for listening. We love you, and we will see you next week.
Besos, XOXO Gossip Girl.
Bye.